Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Badgers' offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. Makes his connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Hard running there. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. The Badgers have this offense rolling. Handoff from the shotgun. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. And oftentimes you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive, 3rd down coming up. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Badgers.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wisconsin!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On second down, wants to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So they're facing third and short from the 25. Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. On the move, it's Williams. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Spits it out to the back. The sure hands, it's Strickland. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners and covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
It's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going to take off. And tackled there by the defense. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Bringing it back, it's Williams. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Van Dyke. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side. 51 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. A strike downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put weight.
And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He's looking to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Back to pass, it's Van Dyke. Oh, he makes the catch. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Norfolk to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. From the gun, running back on the move.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
On the run, it's Malusi. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Going deep. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Strickland. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They're working that left side. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now on the counter. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Right back to the well. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking for a man. It's Van Dyke. Makes the grab on the left. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. The hand to the running back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Offense in an empty set. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. He finds his man. Jumped on top of the pile. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Turns it loose. Catch in the middle, it's Strickland. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
He makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They keep attacking through the air. Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.